How many NFC East teams are Super Bowl contenders in your estimation, Brent?
I'm going to take two. I got a little reservation on the second. Obviously, the Eagles. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to put Washington in there, but my reservation is I don't like what's going on with McLaren. I know Micah Parsons gets all the pub with the Cowboys, but McLaren is a heck of a go-to receiver, kind of underrated, and I would like to see him stay there. But I'm going to put the Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels is a real deal. I mean, he really impressed me last year when I watched him, Rich.
Mm-hmm. So the Cowboys are not in that mix, in your estimation?
No, the Cowboys aren't ready to make that push. They've got injuries, retirements, I guess, in the offensive line. They got a new head coach. And I've got this problem with Micah. I cannot put them. Now, listen, I love Jerry Jones. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think the Raiders are able to move to Las Vegas without Jerry Jones' support.
Right.
However, all of us believe, who like Jerry, that he needs a middleman. He needs a middleman to get between him, the agents, and the players, okay? You got to have that today. As a great leader, you need to step away just a little bit. Look at the Hunts. Arguably the best front office in all of the National Football League, but there's a middleman there. There's a good general manager, okay? He steps in. He takes the brunt of the criticism from the agents and everything. I think Jerry needs one more guy to step between him and the great players like Micah and the rest of them they got on the Cowboys.
Okay, so let's go to the NFC West. I know you said you had concern about Stafford. You're high on the Cardinals. How many Super Bowl contenders?
I would not put the Cardinals in a Super Bowl team right now. I will put the Rams in there with the asterisk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's the Stafford injury situation. I put them in.
The Niners?
I have to tell you that the world's in love with the 49ers. Everybody thinks they're going to bounce back and have a great year. I'm not going to put them in there as a Super Bowl contender. Okay. Wow. There are some concerns in my mind about that team. Injuries at the wide receiver position keep piling up and piling up. Yes, Brock Purdy's got his contract. Yes, I like Purdy, love the coaching staff, love the front office, but I'm not going to put him up there. So you see, I've got fewer teams in the NFC. I think it's a smaller field. So, I think the Eagles have to be overwhelming favorites to win the NFC again. Arguably the two best wide receivers together. Jalen Hurts, different kind of quarterback, but that young man is a winner when you look at his entire life. The offensive line, they've just got to replace the right guard, and they've got one of the best offensive lines. You've got to score points in the National Football League. You have got to put points on the scoreboard, okay? And the Eagles can flat out do that.
All right, so do you have, just finishing up the NFC South, do you have anybody in there as a contender? Do you like the Bucs? Right.
Yeah, let's put the Bucs in there.
Okay.
I like to say something about Baker Mayfield. I think he has really. That's someone who didn't give up on his career after he washed out on his first team. I like what they do, and they can score. And Bowles is just such a nice young man to coach. Let's put them on the list. Okay. Now I'm not going to put Atlanta. Certainly not the Saints or Carolina on there. I don't think they're Super Bowl contender teams.
All right, lastly, the NFC North then. We'll finish up big and strong. What do you have?
Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, here we go. And, of course, I'm eliminating Chicago. I think there's a lot of talk that Johnson's going to – that's not going to happen, okay? And believe it or not, I'm going to eliminate Minnesota until I see J.J. McCarthy, okay? Mm-hmm. Everybody kind of assumes that he's going to step in there. We don't know. He's a rookie. Let's hold on. The other two teams, obviously, I'm going to put on the list.
Okay.
Detroit, even though I was terribly unimpressed with them the other night, that wasn't their starting lineup that let us down. And definitely the Green Bay Packers. I think that if you're looking for a division long shot in the North, the Packers are the way to go. That's a good roster. The quarterback's now got some experience under his belt. And I'll put the Packers on that list.
All right, your total is 11. Brent, Super Bowl contenders: Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos in the AFC, Eagles, Commanders, Rams with an asterisk, depending on the most important chiropractor in the Los Angeles area, apparently.
Exactly.
Bucks, Pack and Lions, that's 11. You want to take your top of August shot at Super Bowl? The Super
My
Bowl.
exacta?
Yeah,
My exacta?
What do you got for me in your exacta? What do you think? What do you have for me for Super Bowl
My
60?
exacta would be Philadelphia and Baltimore.
Eagles, Ravens. You want to take one last shot? You want to boil it down one more time?
I'm going to go with John Harbaugh
Okay.
and Jackson to win that Super Bowl. Now, Jackson's going to have thoughts in his head when they hit the playoffs, and he's got to overcome that he can win that last big game. But let's remember now, it was his fine tight end who let him down in the end with that drop around the end zone. Okay, so John is experienced, knows what to do. My goodness, what a coaching family. I go back with his father. But now they have to make sure they can replace the Hall of Fame kicker. We'll watch that in the preseason. I do like the new kickoff rule. I watched it carefully in the Hall of Fame game, Rich.
Yeah.
And we are gonna have more returns. I'll tell you, for sure, because the penalty on a bad kick, there was a penalty on one of them, and they brought the ball to the 40-yard line.
Yeah,
you can't afford to give up that kind of field position.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they made it more pricey to commit a penalty on it. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.